Hello, yes. Welcome to online classes day 24. Let us recapitulate earlier class about earlier class. So, in last session, we completed about the regulation of respiration according to situation of the individual, the respiratory movement to be altered, the respiratory movements moderated according to condition of the individual to supply the oxygen as per demand, isn't it? So that is mediated, regulated by two mechanisms. So one is neural regulation and second one is chemical regulation. So two methods involves in this process. One is neural regulation and second one is chemical regulation. About these two mechanisms we learned in last class. You observe, this is neural regulation, right? Next, today we are going to discuss one more new topic in our curriculum, that is circulatory pathways. Followed? Right. What is means circulation? What is the purpose of circulation? What are circulatory pathways seated in animals? Let us discuss. Right. The circulatory system, commonly commented as third integrating system, and as well as postman come policeman. So, fellow students, the circulatory pathways, the circulatory system in animal commented as third integrating system and as well as postman come policeman. Why such name provided to them? Let us see. The circulatory system termed as third integrating system. Why? Why? Because in circulatory system the main component is body fluids. What are our body fluids? In higher animals, blood is there, lymph is there. These two are body fluids. These body fluids, circulating fluid tissues, they circulate in vessels pumped by the heart. Okay. So such body fluids transport the hormones to target organs. Our endocrine system mediates chemical coordination. So such endocrine system contain endocrine organs. Such endocrine organs secretes hormones. Hormones functions only on target organs. So such hormones reaches target organ through body fluids, through blood. So that's why the coordination to be mediated. So hence the circulatory pathway also called as third integrating system. The first integrating system is neural network and second integrating system is endocrine system. The blood also called as third integrating system. Follow? Right. Next, the circulatory system also referred as postman. It also serve as a postman. So why it is termed as postman? Let us see. Body fluids carry nutrients from gut and distribute to them all kinds of cells present in our body. So already we learned in earlier class about digestion and absorption phenomena, assimilation phenomena. So in that process, the digested food materials, nutrients absorbed into blood. So and the fatty acids glycerols absorbed into lacteals, they transported through body fluids to tissue. So that's why it do job as what postman. So it carries nutrients from gut and distribute to cells and collects nitrogenous wastes from tissues and gives them to excretory organs. So due to metabolic activity, the nitrogenous waste material to be released into cells. If such nitrogenous wastes remained in cells, they become toxic and kills the cells, then tissue and organs, ultimately organism. So such toxic material, such nitrogenous waste material collected by the blood from tissues and ultimately they deliver to the excretory organs through the blood. Followed? Right? Next, one more transport function, it carry oxygen and CO2, and it carry oxygen from lungs and transport it to tissue. It is also learned. So mainly it involved in carry transport in various material. So that's why it commented as postman. And next, the circulatory system also termed as policeman. So it served uh, as policeman. So how it is possible? The body fluids contain various kinds of macrophages, phagocytic cells. They involved in the defense system. They contain various kinds of phagocytic cells. For example, blood contain white blood corpuscles. The white blood corpuscles, leukocytes, various kinds of leukocytes are there, neutrophils, monocytes, basophils, like that. The neutrophils are effective macrophages. Followed. So they engulfs the invaders, microbes, viruses, pathogens. Followed. And they maintains they provides the resistance to our body, and they plays key role in our immunity, isn't it? So the body fluid also involved in defense system, hence it is considered as policeman. Followed. So the further names of circulatory system we completed: third integrating system, postman, come policeman. Let us see the circulatory pathways that evolved in different animals. Alright. Generally, the animals are categorized two kinds: non-chordates and chordates. First time the circulatory system evolved in annelids, the phylum Annelida. In non-chordate group, the phylum Annelida is present. The phylum Annelida contain earthworms, sabella, like that individual, nereis, like that individuals are there. So such in annelids, the first time the circulatory system established. The circulation in lower animals, let us see. Of course, in Annelida, first time circulatory system evolved. What about before phyla animals? Before Annelida, the phylum Protozoa is present in protozoans, and later phylum Porifera, sponges are present. And next, Cnidarians, Coelenterata phylum is present, and Platyhelminthes, Nemathelminthes. In these individual, there is no circulatory system. So simply the substances transported by diffusion method. Follow? So there are no circulatory organs present in the animals of these groups. Remember, protozoans, porifera, cnidarians, and helminths. So simply the material transported by diffusion method. Ask in entrance examination. Alright. Right. Next. First time circulatory system evolved in annelids. It is organized as two types, that is open type of circulatory system and closed type of circulatory system. So in animals, the circulatory system evolved as two mechanisms. One is open type circulatory system, another one closed type circulatory system. Follow? The open type of circulatory system. Let us see the open type of circulatory system found in the animals belongs to arthropods. Arthropoda, example you observe insects, and next some animals belongs to molluscans. You observe Pylaglobosa, Unio, like that molluscans are. In them we found what open type of circulatory system. Follow? Right. Next, in open type of circulatory system, the heart pumps the blood into empty spaces, open spaces. So, in these individuals, inside the body, around the gut, the open space remains, the space between body wall and alimentary canal called body cavity. That is nothing but coelom. The coelom splitted as chambers, spaces. The spaces are called sinus. So, in these individual, the heart pumps the blood into open spaces in which viscera remain. So, the blood flows out from the vessels and circulate in the empty sinuses in which visceral organ remain. You observe this visual, it is insect. The red color line represents the heart. Right? So from the heart, in front of the heart, major aorta is present. Right? Next, from that aorta, the blood flows out. You observe the arrow, white color arrow. You observe the blood flows out and circulate in body cavities, spaces in which the organs suspended. The organs, the viscera directly bathed under blood and collects the material directly from the blood. So that is open type of circulatory system. So what about circulation phenomena in open type of circulatory system? Let us see a visual representation. The circulatory fluid in the open type of circulatory system completely flows out and circulate in empty sinuses. This is heart. You observe this is a heart of insect, cross section in which blood is present. So now the blood from the heart going to pump into vessel, and from the vessel the blood flows, and ultimately the blood going to flows out from the capillary network and into the empty space. So that is open type of circulatory system. Follow? And in these individuals, the blood is called hemolymph. Follow? So the blood is called hemolymph. Why it is termed as hemolymph? In insects, the blood is without color, whitish in color. So that's why the blood is called hemolymph. Right. Next, let us see one more pathway, that is closed type of circulatory system. It is advanced variant of circulating pathway started organized from annelida. So in which the blood flows within the blood vessel. The blood never comes out from the blood vessel. Remember students, in open type of circulatory system, the blood comes out from the blood vessel. But here in this variety, the blood never comes out from the capillary network, never comes out from the blood vessel. Followed within the blood vessels, the blood circulates and it is circulated in a closed network of vessel, hence it is called closed type of circulatory system. Let us see a visual representation for it. Circulatory fluid flows from arteries to vein. So this is the annelid earthworm heart of earthworm, that is a blood red color and marked dot going to flow in vessel. And next ultimately from one vessel to next it move into another vessel, so it never comes out. So that is closed type of circulatory system. Followed? Right. Next the closed type of circulatory system found in both non-chordate and chordate animals. The animals are two groups, chordates and non-chordate. Non-chordates are primitive without notochord, and chordates are advanced with notochord. So, in case of non-chordates, the closed type of circulatory system to be found in Annelida animals and as well as some cephalopods of molluscs. Remember, so the two groups of non-chordate exhibit closed type of circulating pathways. They are Annelida animals and as well as the cephalopoda molluscans. Followed? Right. Next, the closed type of circulatory system that present in chordate, let us see. So, in chordates, the first protochordates are there. In protochordates, eurochordates, open type of circulatory system is present, but the subsequent group is cephalochordate. In cephalochordate, we found a closed type of circulatory system and then all vertebrate. The vertebrates are extended from cyclostomata to up to chordate. Followed? Right. Right. Next, the closed type of circulatory system in vertebrates, let us see. The closed type of circulatory system include heart, blood vessels, and body fluids. The body fluids are blood and as well as lymph. Okay, these two are circulating fluids in higher animals. So the closed type of circulatory system include three components. The first one is heart and second one blood vessels and body fluid. Heart is a pumping organ that pumps the blood to various body parts. Blood vessels are what? They are tubular network. So in which blood runs, blood flows. Body fluids are circulating fluid connective tissue. Right. Next, the closed type of circulatory system in vertebrates, let us see. The closed type of circulatory system in vertebrate exhibit a common basic plan. If we observe the different vertebrates, the circulating pathways, we found a similar plan, basic plan, common plan. If we observe the circulatory system in this individual, little bit difference to be found. Why? Because during evolution, in the core of evolution, the vertebrates evolved from gill breathing to pulmonary breathing. For example, the first vertebrate group you observe, cyclostome, fishes, all these are gill breathing individuals. They resides in water. They are aquatic forms and they gradually started to evolve. They gradually they gradually started to evolve from gill breathing to pulmonary breathing. So amphibians, after fishes, amphibians are they? They are partly lives in water and then on land. And after amphibians, reptiles, they are completely lives on land. So aquatic breathing too, gill breathing too, they completely evolved as pulmonary breathing, and birds also, mammals also. Follow? Right? Next, the circulatory system attained evolutionary changes. So let us see it attained what evolutionary changes. The first vertebrate group, fishes. In fishes, two-chambered heart is present. You observe. This is a heart of fish in which two chambers are there. So the first chamber, atria, single auricle is present. You observe, this is auricle of the heart, receives the blood from sinus venusus. It receives deoxygenated blood. And second chamber is ventricle, single ventricle is present. You observe, this is ventricle and receives deoxygenated blood from atria. Follow? Next, it pumps blood into arteriosus. So, two-chambered heart present in fishes, and the fish's heart commonly called as venous heart. Why termed as venous heart? In two chambers, only impure blood, deoxygenated blood circulates. Always deoxygenated blood circulates in the chambers of the heart of fishes. Hence, the heart of fishes referred as a venous heart. Followed? And next, also called as branchial heart. Why it is termed as branchial heart? The heart pumps the deoxygenated blood into arteriosus. From the arterios through artery, it pumps to the gills for oxygenation. Followed? So, first the heart pumps the blood to the gills. Hence, it termed as what? Branchial heart. Remember, students, ask in entrance examination, the fish's heart commented as venous heart. What is the reason? Because deoxygenated flows in the chambers of heart. And it also termed as branchial heart because it pumps the blood to the gills. Hence, it is termed as branchial heart. Followed? Right. Next, deoxygenated blood flows in both atria and ventricle. That's why it is referred as venous heart. Next, the fishes exhibit single circuit circulation. What is means single circuit circulation? The heart pumps the deoxygenated blood in single circuit. In what way? The circuit extended. Let us see. So this is circulation, single circulation mechanism, and you observe the circle, it is heart. Alright, this is heart of fish. Alright, next you observe circulation phenomena, body parts. These are from the body parts, the deoxygenated blood collected into heart chambers and pumped into gills. Alright, right? Next, from the yes, students, here you observe the blood pumped, the deoxygenated blood pumped into gills for oxygenation. Followed? Then the oxygenated blood from the gills, yes, you observe the oxygenated blood from the gills pumped into body parts. So in this manner the blood circulated from heart chambers to gills and then gills to body parts and body parts to again into heart chamber. So the blood is circulating in single circuit. Hence, it is termed as single circuit circulation. Follow? Right. Let us see the one more vertebrate group, that is amphibian. The amphibian shows dual mode of life and partly in water and partly on land. They attain some evolutionary changes in the circulatory system. The amphibian shows three-chambered heart. In fishes, two-chambered heart we verified. So in amphibian, difference attained, that is three-chambered heart to shoot its mode of life and mode of circulation. They are two auricles. The upper two chambers are called auricle or atria. You observe, this is upper chamber, these are upper chambers. So one is right atria. So this is right atria, and next this is left atria. Followed, two auricles are present. One is right atria and another one is left atria. And one more, you observe, chamber, that is ventricle. Lower chamber of heart called ventricle. Single ventricle is present. You observe this circle. This is ventricle. Follow? So the heart of amphibians contain three chambers. Follow? Right. Next, the circulation mode. In amphibians, incomplete double circulation occurs. The heart pumps the blood in two circuits. One circuit is pulmonary, so it pumps the blood to lungs for oxygenation, and one more circuit is systemic circuit. It pumps the oxygenated blood to the body parts. Okay, two circuits evolved in amphibians, but it is incomplete. Why? Because you observe the oxygenated blood received into left atria. You observe this one, and the deoxygenated blood received into right atria. This one, and after that, both oxygenated and deoxygenated blood pumped into same ventricle, same chamber. You verify this visual. Result of that, what happens? Both oxygenated and deoxygenated blood going to mix in the ventricle of heart. Hence, it is called mixed circulation. Followed? So, in amphibians, we found mixed circulation. The next vertebrate group, reptiles, reptilia, what are comes under this category? Lizards, snakes, tortoise, turtles, crocodiles, all these are comes under reptiles category. If we observe reptiles group, the reptiles shows three-chambered heart except crocodiles. Remember, in crocodiles, completely divided four-chambered heart is present. Very, very important. Ask and enter. Except in crocodiles. In remaining reptiles, we found three-chambered heart. But in crocodiles, we found four-chambered heart. Followed? Right? You observe the visual representation of heart of reptiles contain three chambers. The upper chambers, two auricles, and the lower chamber, you observe, partly divided ventricle. You observe visual partition. You observe the ventricle completely partly divided. So, incompletely divided three-chambered heart is present in reptiles. So, that's why in reptiles also we found mixed blood circulation, incomplete double circulation, because the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood going to mix. Next group of vertebrate, birds and mammals, aves and mammals. So, we found four-chambered heart in crocodiles, aves, mammals. The crocodiles, aves, mammals shows four-chambered heart. Followed. So they are two auricles. The upper two chambers are auricles. They are left auricle and right auricle. And left auricle receives oxygenated blood and right auricle receives deoxygenated blood. And lower chamber called two ventricles, they are left ventricle and right ventricle. Along the left chambers of heart, pure blood, oxygenated blood circulated. Along the right chambers of heart, deoxygenated blood circulated. Hence, it is termed as complete double circulation. Alright? In the chambers of heart of aves and mammals and crocodiles, the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood never going to mix. They completely flows separately. Why? Because vertical partition is present between atria and ventricle that never allows the mixing of the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. So it is called what? Complete double circulation. Followed? So it is one more important thing, it is differentiated blood circulation. Why? No mixing of the blood. So let us see the double circulation phenomena in aves and mammals. Let us see differentiation of blood circulation. So the heart pumps the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood in separate tracks. You remember, students? So the heart pumps the blood in two different tracks. The oxygenated blood pumped into one track. You observe this visual. The oxygenated blood pumped into one track and deoxygenated blood pumped into another track. So the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood pumped into two different tracks. Let us see this visual representation. Left side chambers contain oxygenated blood that are marked with red color. Right side chambers contain deoxygenated blood are marked with blue color. So the heart pumps the blood in two tracks. One is systemic circulation and second one is pulmonary circuit circulation. Systemic circulation pumps the blood to body parts. Let us see. This arrow represents systemic circulation that going to pump the blood to the body part, and then pulmonary circuit circulation. You observe this arrow, it represents pulmonary circuit circulation. It pumps the blood, it pumps the blood from heart to lungs. For what purpose? Oxygenation purpose. Follow? So the heart pumps the blood in two different tracks, hence it is called double circulation. And in the heart chamber, the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood never going to mix, hence it is called differentiated blood circulation. So in next class we are going to discuss in detail about uh, circulatory system of human being. Human circulatory system. Follow? Right. Thank you.